Bitter criticism. We have good news today, yeah. Today is a special day. Timur Fomenko did it again. What? He published an article, yeah, woo! So, as you know, we should put this. We have to put this thing here. Oh, Dummies. Hey, Timur.
¿Muerdes esto?
Este no. Este tampoco. Sale. Pero se emociona.
¿No subió?
Sí,
¿Por qué no lo sacas?
porque estoy con este. Tú vas a quedar acá.
No, yo voy para allá, para la camioneta.
Voy a ir porque esto. Sale, Miru, sale. Sale. Síguele. War for territory. Oh. Tommy. Calma. So yeah, this was an unusual day. One of the few days we have a visit. And well, these dogs, they think this track belongs to them. So yeah, entertainment. Yeah. Entertainment. Well, and I have a news from Timur Fomenko news. Timur Fomenko. Calma, Dummies. Vamos, mira. Tommy, calma, mira. Can you imagine Tommy attacking a human? That will be the end for Tommy. Okay, but you saw Tommy was supporting the other crazy dogs. So Timur Fomenko, we have a Timur Fomenko news today. This is such a special day. Timur Fomenko is alive, writing, working, yeah. Maybe I have maybe somewhere. Oh, you know, the problem is I can't read the telegram now. That's the problem. So yeah. Well, I'm not sure where there's a Pepe Escobar news I didn't read. I just read it all. I just always reading. Why Pepe Escobar is not the best analyst? Why is not the best geopolitical analyst to me? Because Well, because Timur Fomenko is just better. In my opinion, Timur Fomenko is a little better than Pepe Escobar because he is more pedagogic, you know? I will say Timur Fomenko is clear. Timur Fomenko is geopolitics for dummies. And that's it. So, and there's a lot of Pepe Escobar has a lot of references. I don't get it because maybe I'm not so old. I'm sorry, Pepe, but yeah, there's a lot of references. I don't know what he's talking about. That's it. So today we have a Baker beer. Baker, which is not that bad, but the golden one is not so great. Yeah. So March 3, this from yesterday or 3 days ago actually, yeah, 2 days ago. Today is March 5th. And well, home world news, US war on Chinese electric cars has begun. American industries are trailing behind. I know it's trailing, are trailing behind, but Biden will leverage protectionism to win the 2024 election. By Timur Fomenko, a political analyst. Yeah, maybe that's the question. It's not geopolitics, it's just politics, yeah. Maybe that's why I like him, because he's not geopolitics, I guess, it's just politics. Well, Milu is lost. US war on Chinese electric cars has begun. We have a photograph, a file photo. The photo taken on January 10, 2024 shows electric cars for exports waiting to be loaded on the BUD. No, it's not BUD. I forgot the letter. BYD, I guess. Explorer number 1. A domestically manufactured vessel intended to export Chinese automobiles at Yantai Port in eastern China's Shandong province. Definitely, Shandong sounds great. Yeah, Shandong. If I had money, if I win the lottery, I will go to Shandong. I will buy a brewery. There's a lot of advertisement on social media to me, on Instagram, for example, on Facebook too, about breweries, Shandong breweries. I mean, the whole plant, they sell the whole plant to make beer. I will buy, if I win lottery, I will buy a brewery. The Biden administration has announced that it's launching a probe into Chinese smart cars, vowing to project the American automobile industry. As is conventional, the White House branded the cars as a national security threat and claimed baselessly that they can transmit that data back to China. Well, I guess BYD, they are the best right now. They are selling more cars than Teslas, yeah. Because Tesla is kind of luxury cars, you know. But a BYD is cheaper. I mean, I will never buy a Tesla, but a BYD. That's it. Or even cheaper one. Maybe any electric car, the cheapest in the history. Third hand car. A third hand car. Yeah. What about a third car hand? A third hand car. What about that, Milu? You don't care. Milu doesn't care. Look, Milu is here, protecting us. Of course, any season and good faith observed should know that the rhetoric of national security threats is always used as a justifying premise, often without evidence, in order to blacklist a given Chinese product or service and merit its exclusion from the American market. Hence, Huawei, among other Chinese companies, has also been treated similarly. This rhetoric has often been borderline hysterical. One of the recent examples being Florida Senator Rick Scott saying that Chinese exported garlic was a national security threat. That may be an outlier, but when it comes to technology, anything and everything from China is usually accused of espionage, with the political consensus of paranoia being used to justify such harsh policy measures. In reality, the Biden administration foreign policy is to attempt to block China's technological and industrial advancements in order to stop Beijing moving up the global value chain and eroding American dominance of key industries, and thus undermining the hegemony of the US. Most prominently, the White House has been focused on attempting to crush the Chinese semiconductor industry, weaponizing an ever-growing scale of export controls to try and deprive Chinese companies from access to advanced semiconductors and associated manufacturing equipment. U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan has called this a small yard, high fence strategy. What? A small yard, high fence strategy. Well, the Americans sound too decadent to me. They sound completely decadent with all this stuff. I wonder if you saw Milu over there with me. We will see, I will see later. Yeah, Timur Fomenko is being nice. I like because he's simple, you know? He is simple, he's not creative. I'm sorry, Pepe. Russia now biggest export market. Well, another news here. This is another news. Russia now biggest export market for Chinese cars, Beijing. Read more. Russia now export market for Chinese cars, Beijing. Well, let's keep going. Let's keep reading this article from Timur Fomenko. The U.S. is famously protectionist about its automobile industry on all fronts, and it's tough on both. It's tough, and it's tough on both friends and foes alike over it. Oh, I missed that. In the past few years, but because I don't know why it's tough, yeah, and it's tough on both friends and foes alike over it.
in the past few years, there has been a political push to advance the renewable energy industry, which has led to a surge in demand for electric cars, batteries, solar panels, and other goods throughout the world. As it happens, China has positioned itself as the largest simple manufacturer and exporter of renewables of the planet by a mile, and has overtaken Japan, become the world's largest car exporter. Demand for Chinese electric cars is booming, and I guess that's my opinion. Chinese cars and Chinese cell phones like this one, that one with of that camera, my camera, this one, they will get better. You know, this camera is not perfect. There's something. Samsung cell phones are better in some details, but Huawei is nice. Huawei is awesome. I will only buy Huawei phones, I guess. They are kind of they are light, and they do more stuff. Well, maybe all cell phones are like that. Maybe my last Samsung cell phone was too old. Anyway, although Chinese made cars are subject to a 25% tariff in the US already, the competitive and cheaper prices of such models mean this serves as little deterrent as the numbers are growing. Not only that, but has been able to exploit loopholes by initiating manufacturing of its vehicles in Mexico, allowing the cars to get inside of the North American Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA, and thus experience even less of a tariff. This is putting political pressure on the Biden administration, which, with an election coming up, will naturally be inclined to demonstrate toughness against China in the coming month. Well, reading that's why that's the truth. I like Timur Fomenko because he explains for dummies, you know. He is so nice. Timur Fomenko is so nice. I'll try to find my Russia Today jersey and my Russia Today shirt, and I guess I will write Timur Fomenko there on my back. And well, reading Timur Fomenko, we know now that US is protectionist with the automobile industry, but Tesla is not doing so great, you know. BYD is better. Everybody knows that. Even me, that I don't have car, I know that it's better to buy a BYD and a Huawei cell phone. This is because we will face a political opponent who is calling to be even tougher on China, as has already, in his previous presidency, changed the conversation of American economic policy towards protectionism. In other words, Biden will be politically pressured to pay lip service to Trump's economic ideas in order to offset Trump himself. To get the votes of American workers, he needs to show that he is fighting for American jobs. Therefore, targeting Chinese electric vehicles is going to be on the agenda. You might add that key automobile manufacturing states such as Michigan can win or lose the election for him, and this cost Hillary Clinton the 2016 election. Yeah, but I have a question for Timur and for the world for geopolitics. What about American workers? They are too much expensive than Chinese workers. So even Tesla is going to keep producing in China, I guess. That I just guessed, you know. Where are the Tesla manufacturing plants? I guess they are in China. That's the very tricky question. So, it's a war between Tesla and BYD. I guess everybody will buy a BYD. At least I will when I could. I mean, I don't know when, but definitely over here in this country we can see there's a company called, we have a eBay which calls Mercado Libre. We have this Mercado Libre company which sell second-hand stuff, I guess. They sell anything. Well, this company, they had an electric van. So that electric van, for me and my dogs, they are perfect. But yeah, maybe never. Maybe I will never be able to buy that van. But I will buy a lottery ticket. What about that? Crazy girls, crazy girls. So the last statement, the last, oh, I forgot what is that. This is a sentence, yeah. The last sentence of the article. It's been great. Well, it's always nice. Of course, because of that, the White House is also diving into anti-China hysterics, including by saying that Beijing will remotely control electric car. Remotely control electric and smart cars to shut down US roads and systems, among other things. Oh no, yeah. It is the characteristic of American politics to utilize smears, fear and hysteria in order to manufacture consent for policies, especially in today's polarized environment. So even though things have been calm, calm on a high level between the U.S. and China in the first quarter of 2024, we can expect this year to become turbulent and unpredictable as it did in 2020, albeit without the even more chaotic situation of the COVID-19 pandemic. But either way, on a macro level, the US also doesn't want China to dominate global industries, or, as Biden put it, the technologies of the future. Therefore, while the US trails China immensely in the manufacturing of electric vehicles, it is likely to take measures in order to protect its own markets. So, well, it's all about the American market. It's not about, well, yeah. So that's the problem with America, you know. They don't care about production. So American economy. American economy will never be so great because, well, this is Marxism, you know. This is materialism literature. Even though hard workers on factories they don't earn too much. That's why China is doing so great. I guess, well, that's it. America is done. America will not have to. They don't have. They don't have how to compete with China labor market. Chinese labor market is the best. Is the cheapest. The workers are the best qualified. They don't have drugs. They don't have beer. Well, and even that you remember the last sentence. Well, like this very cell phone over here, they are trying to control my cell phone. You know, my Huawei cell phone. Chinese. Well, I hope so. I trust Chinese. I trust more China than the US. 100%. I don't trust the US. Well, do you know that if you have a Facebook account just like mine, on my account is Erik Mong Van, just like a Norwegian babe, Norwegian model. Well, my account is object of a lot of spies, a lot of fake profiles of hot women who talk to me, hot women talk to me. Hey, let's talk together. Let's, I don't know, let seducing me. You know, hot women seducing me, but they are spies. I mean, why you are talking so much against Western countries? I went against US. And that's it. That view was huge. I'm kind of drunk, but I have more time to read more articles, and I have a lot of stones to throw to the babies over there. And well, I will say again, I can say enough that Timur Fomenko is nice because he explains carefully all the details of anything. We have a news from Africa from yesterday, March 4th. Home Africa, multipolar world cannot be built without Russia. African Prime Minister Innocent Kagbara made the comment in an exclusive interview with Russia Today on the sidelines of the World Youth Festival. Multipolar world cannot be built without Africa. African Prime Minister Innocent Kagbara, member of the National Assembly in Togo. That's the photograph. People cannot build a multipolar world without Russia. A member of the National Assembly in Togo has told Russia Today in an exclusive interview. Speaking on the sidelines of the World Youth Festival, WUF 2024, Innocent Kagbara said the event represents an important opportunity for African students. African nations are interested in a partnership with Russian universities and also a scholarship for our students to come here, Moscow, the Prime Minister said. Meanwhile, professor of political science at Cairo University, Nouran El Sheikh, said Russia always gathers all the people from different countries, from different culture, to interact, to know each other, and to draw in the future together. Oh yeah, that's nice, because Chile is just like Togo. Chile is not so great, but I mean I guess Togo is nice. I guess Togo will be better than Chile. Uh, she claimed that Western countries cannot dominate anyway, and Western culture is already declining. Yeah, along with its credibility, 100%. So we have another news, I guess. World Youth Festival is opportunity to innovate together. UN Youth Delegate read more, etc. Egypt's membership of BRICS will help the nation hand in hand together with Russia change the whole world politically, economically, and strategically, the professor added. WIF 2024 kicked off in Sirius at the city of Sochi in Russia's southern Krasnodar region on Friday, and its main program will run through March 7. The event brings together some 20,000 experts in various fields, from education and science to business and media, from more than 180 countries to discuss the most pressing international problems and developments. This year's event also welcomes people aged 14 to 17 from the first time as part of a specially designated children's program, Together in the Future. The festival's program features more than 1,800 educational, cultural, scientific, and sporting events. I guess it's nice. Well, whatever Russia is doing, they are doing with Gazprom money, and that's nice. I mean, oh yeah, goodbye Timur to me. Timur, you are the best. I love you because you are so clear. And now we just have Russia Today articles. And well, I have another article from Pepe Escobar Telegram. I'm not sure if it is this one, but yeah, maybe. I'm not sure if I'm going to Egypt, and I'm not sure actually. Being very being very critical, being very critical with this new world, this multipolar world with Egypt and stuff. I'm not sure what they can do. What's gonna be new on all this? Maybe it's just a Russia sphere of influence. Maybe a Chinese sphere of influence. That's it. So it's capitalism, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be better. So this article is from Pepe Escobar's Telegram. Operation Al-Aqsa Flood. The defeat of the Vanquisher, March 1st, 2024, Jack's Bod. We are pleased to bring you this excerpt from Colonel Jack's Bod's latest book, which deals with the genocide in Gaza currently being carried out by Israel. The book is entitled Operation Al-Aqsa Flood, the defeat of the Vanquisher. We will update the page as soon as this book becomes available. In the meantime, here is the excerpt. Excerpt is like a resume. Yeah, it's like an excerpt is like it's not the book itself, but it's just a resume piece. Yeah, but I don't care. You know, I'm not gonna read this because it's terrorist attack, November 2008, Israeli commando. I don't care. And we have another news from the same blog that Pepe Escobar posted on his Telegram. The Hannibal Directive. Our media never mentioned the Hannibal Directive, which came into force in 1986 in the Israeli army, designed to prevent Israeli prisoners from being used as bargaining chips by the Palestinians. It stipulated that those holding the prisoner were to be destroyed by any means necessary, including at the cost of the prisoner's own life and that of civilians in the area, applied during Operation Protective Edge. It was behind the total destruction of Rafah neighborhood on August 1st, 2014, and even known in Palestine as Black Friday. Yeah, I don't care. So yeah, I'm free now. Those articles from this blog are huge, incredible huge, for all you. And we have another Operation Al-Aqsa Flood, the same thing. And lastly, we have Vladimir Putin and Tucker Carlson, the Geopolitics of Dialogue. March. Oh, we have an Alexander Dugin article. March 4th, 2024. Alexander Dugin. Which I think, you know, I just said that previous episode that Alexander Dugin is nothing new. It's just like Russian, I guess, Russian Catholic Church, or Orthodox Catholicism in Russia is just like any other shit. Any other religion shit. All religions are shit. Yeah, that's what I think. Religions are stupid. I mean, they don't work. Religions. The best thing. I'm communist. Yeah. Look how China is doing just because of communism. Thanks to communism. So I guess the whole world needs a cultural revolution, just like Mao. But we will read this just a little bit, just 5 minutes. Why is Tucker Carlson interview? Why is Tucker Carlson's interview momentous for both the West and Russia? Let us start with the simpler part, Russia. Here, Tucker Carlson has become a focal point of convergence for two different polar segments of Russian society: the ideological patriots and the elite westernizers, who nevertheless remain loyal to Putin and the special military operations SMO. For the patriots, Tucker Carlson is simply ours. He is a traditionalist, a right-wing conservative, a staunch opponent of liberalism. This is what walking to the Russian Tsar looks like in the 21st century. What? Putin does not often interact with the brightest representatives of the fundamentally conservative camp, and the attention that the Kremlin pays him kindles the heart of a patriot, inspiring him to continue the conservative traditionalist course in Russia itself. Now it is possible and necessary to do so. Russian authorities have decided on an ideology. We have taken this path and we will not turn away. And we will not turn away from it. But patriots are always afraid that we will turn back. No. Quieto. Yeah, well, he writes well. Alexander Dugin is a good writer, and I guess he speaks English too. This was written by the very him, by the very him, by him itself. Let us start with the simpler part. Oh no, I'm lost here. On the other hand, the Westernizers have also breathed a sign of relief. Well, everything is not so bad in the West, and there are good and objective people there. We told you, let's be friends. Let's be friends, at least with such a Westernizers think. Even though the rest of the globalist liberal West does not want to be friends, but only bombards us with sanctions and missiles and cluster bombs, killing our women, children, and the elderly. We are at war with the liberal West. Let there be friendship with the conservative West. Thus, in the person of Tuchel Carlson, Russian patriots and Russian Westernizers, already more and more Russian and less Western have come to a consensus. In the West itself, the situation is even more fundamental. Tuchel Carlson is a symbolic figure. He is now the main symbol of an American that hates Biden, liberals and globalists, and is preparing to vote for Trump. Trump, Carlson, and Musk, and Texas Governor Abbott are the faces of the impending American Revolution. This time the conservative revolution. And now Russia is tapping into this already quite powerful resource. No, it is not about Putin's support for Trump. That could easily be minimized in a war with the United States. Carlson's visit is about something else. About the fact that Biden and his maniac have actually attacked a great nuclear power with the hands of Kiev terrorists, and humanity is about to be destroyed. Nothing more, nothing less. Well, I like it. Thank you, Pepe Escobar. Well, it's not Pepe Escobar itself, but is Alexander Dugin a great writer at least. Yeah, I like it. Because maybe Russia is better. Russia today is saying that inequality is growing in Russia, but inequality was always terrible in a country like this, like Chile. Right here, it was always terrible. So, for me, it's better to move to Russia, I guess. Even as I have Italian citizenship, it's not easy to me to fly to a Western country, a Western European country. It's been not so easy. I mean, even for me that it's supposedly easier to do anything because I have Italian citizenship. It's been terrible. The West, for me, in my life, it's been terrible. Everything from Chile and Brazil. But I guess there's I have no time for this. Yeah, no yoga. The yoga is cancelled. Well, I only will do one movement, just one movement. And that's it. No more time. That was the yoga today. Yoga today in Russia today. And Tommy went to the bedroom. Tommy is there. Pay attention on Tommy. And he had the girls. Yeah, maybe I had these minutes. I will do more yoga after all this. But definitely, you know, the West is terrible, absolutely terrible. There's nothing to do. There's a lot of crime, you know. There's a lot of homeless people. There's no way to live in the West, you know. And there's people having kids in this fucking hole. What the hell? And well, these people are so bad people. The only thing you can hope is they all died, you know. All the American continent, the whole America, North America, Central America. Oh, the only people I like is Oaxaca people from Mexico.